You can have any phone you want. Like nobody tells you that you need to have a smartphone. I hope we're not gonna get there. But everybody has a smartphone. That's for sure, right? Like the thing is that like there's just basically you cannot really live in China in this new society without having access to these services, right? It's really, we have gotten to the point that it's basically impossible. Like you cannot live without WeChat.
Yeah,
like if you don't have WeChat.
Yeah, and what I meant was, can you have multiple IDs? Can you have multiple phones connected to multiple networks to have, or?
Yeah, you can have multiple phones. You can have, I don't know, for Chinese person, I think, I don't know what's the limit. If the limit is just certain amount of numbers that they can have, they can at least have 2 or 3, I'm sure, because I've seen people having like 3 SIM cards, and stuff. And so of course it's somehow interconnected between each other, I'm sure, because then they have to use their ID, of course, when they go take when they get the SIM card, they need to show the ID the same way I have to show my passport when I'm going to get a SIM card, So basically it's still
in the UK, you don't have to do any of that.
Interesting. Yeah. Like in China, if you want to get a SIM card, again, as a foreigner, as a Chinese, like, it's connected to your ID, so that's definitely probably the difference. I didn't know that in the UK you don't even have to show your ID. You can just pick it up.
Just cool. Wanted to add to that, since you mentioned about SIM card, definitely you have to give your ID, but the internet is being monitored. Like even when I was staying in a hotel room, so every hotel room has got a different Wi-Fi router which you can connect to. It's not like a central one. Whenever you visit a hotel, there would be a single Wi-Fi you can connect to. So every room number has got a different Wi-Fi to which you can connect. And definitely agree with Jan when he mentioned about the surveillance part. So I visited the headquarters of AMAPS. So AMAPS is something similar. So AMAPS is Alibaba Maps. It's something similar to the Google Maps or the Apple Maps you use. And when I visited their headquarters, they have got this large display where every of these cameras of every checkpoint, every road was there, and they can see the person who is driving that car, at what speed that car is getting driven. And they were like very open about sharing. They said like, don't share all these things outside, but they're like very open about saying we share this data with the government, and then we create these reports and all these bunch of things around. So this was something which was very surprising for me, because on the street, on the other end, I was seeing cameras everywhere except the bathrooms. But while I have seen what was the other end of that looks like, there were these huge displays where all this data is being analyzed, all these graphs, who is driving, and then it is connected to the central ID database as well, like that person driving this car at this checkpoint at this time. So yeah.